There we go. Yours still showing. Booyaka.
Oh, there we go. Still a little in the way, but
There's something. There's some in front of you. Is that the edge of the pad? I think it's the edge of that pad. Move it. The mouse pad. There we go.
yeah.
And a little bit of the edge of the table, but ain't a big deal. It's barely noticeable.
All right, we are live.
I see that.
Look, Bloodaxe, we're tired. We had to do some work here, man,
Yeah.
installing units. Like Dicejunkies does manual labor,
Yeah,
too, man.
yeah. The AC, we're still having AC issues here, and
Yeah.
so I bought a really big window unit
You might
and
be able to barely hear it.
and shoved it into a window so that and then created a wind tunnel with another fan so that it all gets
blown in here.
blown in here.
Then the repair guy came by. I'm getting messages from another repair
now the
guy.
reason why we didn't put it in here, one, it's really loud. Two, when we tried to open the window in the broadcasting room, we realized that somebody accidentally nailed it shut.
Yeah, got calls. So I may get a beep on here because I got another repair guy that's supposed to come out and redo the window.
So we're having some issues in the hood here, and
That's hardcore.
You can't get quality help these days, man. You pay them fair money, but you don't get fair work. And already I've got a guy that I'm thinking I'm gonna have him do everything from this point on because he's the only person that doesn't overcharge and does a good job. So I think he's my guy. Because I'm getting tired of calling people out 3-4 times, man. This is frustrating. And I'm tired, my back, neck. You were sweating. We were over there
look, man, I don't like sweating. I'm not a big fan.
I don't mind
It's a good unit, but it's heavy. It's a heavy unit.
Yeah, I don't mind sweating so much. I just don't want to do the work.
I mean, there's situations where working up a good sweat is optimal. This is not one of them.
I mean, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Smashed my finger. It's all black.
Yeah, demonetized.
Yeah, well. No, I'm not flipping people off. I'm showing my nail.
We're done. We're done. First 10 seconds. Look at you.
We're monetized?
Oh. Anyways, we'll rely on those top 10 videos we're trying to come up with to get money, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those.
Where were we? Oh, yeah, let's get started. Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q,
who's fallen half off the screen over there, I think.
Tired, Negro, and you sweaty. You ain't been in the shower. You think I won't be up under you?
And then on Skype.
I mean, me too.
Yeah, we got Bloodaxe over here on Skype.
Yeah, with his background back, so.
It was an easy fix.
What's the mystery of what's going on behind Bloodaxe? You don't know anymore.
All right, so let's get started with something I was waiting for and was looking forward to. Still curious how it will turn out, but not as excited as I was when they first announced it. And that is Cobalt Press's Black Flag project, which is now the Tales of the Valiant. Now, one of the cool things about this was they were trying to get away from 5e, and it was going to be this whole new system from Cobalt, who has put out content for decades.
Has really good content, too.
I mean, of the third-party content, Cobalt Press is
one of the top,
the top.
If not the top, you're right. Might be the top.
And, but come to find out, it is an offshoot of 5e. They bent and they decided to use the
lazy
core that is supposedly open. They decided to stick with Wizards of the Coast
what we've
on the
seen
core.
Does not look like it's enough. Put it like this: as we worded, you remember we were talking about? We said if they had released the previous OGL that WotC wanted to, this would have got caught. It's not different enough. It's got the same classes, same general concept. There is a couple of twists, but you can't put a twist on. You can't take a Coke can, add chocolate, flavor to it. It didn't say this is no longer going to be able to be claimed by Coke. I mean, they even claim it's 5e compatible. They mention 5e constantly.
Well, no, they say, because Wizards relented and published the basic 5e rules on the Creative Commons license. So basically, when Cobalt decided to use the Creative Commons license for the 5e. All I can guess is they were trying to get it out there quicker, and so they went ahead and decided to...
I get it, but we all know that Watts is going to spin back around on this. Like, there's no way they're done with that. They're going to do it again.
Yeah.
And that's why I do have some good news. Positive news. Paizo has not. Paizo is reprinting in November. They're doing their new second E.
Yeah.
They are pulling all the references. They're pulling monster names. They're redoing the demons and devils to not be. They're going full what we wanted. According to what they're saying, because my boy Tanner, he's been following it, and he's been following. He says they said they're yanking everything that would have fell under that OGL, and they're completely flipping. They're going to remove the spell schools, completely taking out, because that's apparently copyrighted. The way they have their 8 schools of magic, they're flipping that to where now you actually have schools. Like you go to an academy if you're a wizard to learn magic, and there's 4 of them, and they each have a specialty. I like that. They're flipping the whole thing. So sadly, though honestly I do like Paizo a lot, so I'm kind of happy. But Kobold is doing just more 5e, but Paizo is saying they're going hardcore in November.
I've always liked the educational track of adventurers. As many people are going to cringe at this, Hackmaster had the educational track. And I always thought it was cool.
There were some good ideas in Hackmaster.
Yeah.
Now, just because the system fails at the finish line doesn't mean it didn't have a lot of good ideas along the way. We cannibalized a lot of systems of good ideas.
Oh, yeah. Now, back when I used to do second ed, I used to do a hybrid second ed and Hackmaster because Hackmaster had a lot of cool stuff. It was relatively compatible with second ed, and I always enjoyed doing sort of that hybrid. I love their critical hit chart, which is one of the things people cringe about so much because it was
Some people liked their characters.
Yeah. It was a D. Look, okay, the critical hit chart with the new Hackmaster was a lot more deadly.
The critical hit chart of new Hackmaster is a Mortal Kombat fatality list.
Because they also took out like almost all the healing in the new Hackmaster.
It's like, how are you going to be crippled? Let us count the ways.
Yeah. But the old Hackmaster had this really cool D10,000 chart, had an anatomical, like, veins, nervous system, diagram.
Look bad.
And not only did they have one D10,000 chart, they had one for slashing, bashing.
No, that's why I can't say anything, because I have played GURPS, and when it comes to charts, Hackmaster ain't got nothing on GURPS. GURPS had one for each element. It was like, it had like a lightning, fire, like it got macabre and sadistic.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, back to the Cobalt Press. What do you think about this, Bloodaxe? I know you were looking at it too, and I know you were trying to get away from 5e as well. We were looking forward to this. How do you feel about them sticking with 5e a bit?
Well, the gaming group that I play with, there's one player that really, really enjoys using Cobalt Press content, and we've tried to get away from 5e, and there's so much pushback from the other players to even try to use Pathfinder that even Jason's going to start running a campaign that's 5e based. I was excited because he wanted to do Pathfinder First Edition, but we couldn't get enough buy-in from the other players, so that kind of got shelved. But I think until WotC actually does something to force their hand, Cobalt Press is going to go where they can make the most money, and right now 5e is where you can make the most money. Now, if Pathfinder is able to change their system to where they fix the magic in second edition and bring up some other classes to where they can compete with the fighters, that will be a fun system to play. But unfortunately, right now, it's so misbalanced that it almost it's going to be a party of clerics and fighters. So once they fix that, then maybe that can show Cobalt Press that you can make money doing your own thing, But until somebody's a pioneer and actually does it, they're going to keep going where their bread and butter is.
Yeah.
I have a comment on that, actually. Again, like I said, I have a guy he's on the site. They have actually stated, well, they didn't say they were doing a 100%. According to Paizo, they are going to be modifying underperforming spells. They did say that. Then one of their comments is that several of the spells were underperforming, so they are going to directly change some of the spells. Plus, they have to change some of them because a few of them are very D&D specific. So I'm hoping they're going to overhaul the Magic system, but they are aware, so that's good news. They did say Magic was underperforming. So that's why I'm so excited. Like, all three of us were, like, chomping at the bit last night, saying that, man, we wish it was faster than November because, one, I want something that has nothing to do with Wizards of the Coast. I don't even want to be reminded of it. I'm going to be honest. I don't.
Well, and it's two, it's also just the core that's in November. Like, the rest of the books are going to be rolled out over the next year or two.
Yeah. But, hey, if I can get a core to work with, I can fill in the circles until they come out. But I like Paizo. I wanted 2E to be really different. Now they're trying to do it. They're the most optimistic because Cabal Press already decided to just go, screw it, we're going to take the easy route. There was someone else we were watching, but I can't remember who it was because I know it was Paizo, Cabal Press, and there was a third group that said they were going to do a whole new game too. But it wasn't as big as Cabal Press and Paizo. But let's keep our fingers crossed that they're able to fix 2E because I like 2E, except for the Magic.
Now, we'll say, with the Cobalt Press, there are some key things here. Now, they're going to have the 12 core classes from the Dungeons & Dragons 5e and a new Mechanist class. But they did say that they will be modifying some of the spells. Here it says, while it retains most of the core system of 5e, but with some differences in class abilities and the descriptions of certain spells. So they might fix the magic system a little bit in 5e. Don't really know. I did grab the PDFs for this. I jumped into Kickstarter, so we will be able to talk about it when we get that and see if maybe they fix some of the 5e issues. It's just a dangerous road.
Because they're still under Watson's flag. Well, also, here's the thing, though. Like, this is a personal thing. I still thought that 2E was better than 5e. I thought Pathfinder 2E was better than 5e D&D. This is before they started screwing up. You know that. I preferred it. But they messed up the magic in Pathfinder 2E, amazing enough, worse than they did in 5e.
Yeah.
And we're Wizard players, so that was a huge, huge backhand. While I'd love it if they could fix the magic, that'd be nice. If I had to choose which one fixed it, and I had to say one of these systems is going to fix itself, I'd rather be playing 2E. Won't lie. I'd rather be playing Pathfinder 2E.
I agree. I mean, 2E has a lot of potential. I mean, we went through and broke it down at one point. With all the different conditions and stuff like that they had,
and the classes feeling meaty every level.
The keyword usages that they had. So I mean, out of the two, 2E
has the most potential.
2E is definitely meatier and has more potential than a bastardization of 5e, and that's what Cobalt's doing.
Plus, the good thing is that if 2E fixes itself, it's core, it's canon. Because, there's a lot of people won't touch non-official books. I know a lot of DMs that will not. You know that, but I actually met them. There's a lot that don't.
I don't usually.
They call it third party, and they won't touch third party.
I don't normally touch third party.
Well, actually, we don't either. We don't do third party that often. So Cabal Press already had, which is why I was hoping they're going to make their own game, because then it's not third party. It's not third party if it's their own effing game.
I think the last time we even played with third party books was in 3rd edition with Sword and Sorcery, because that's where all the Ravenloft books were located in.
Yeah, we had to because of that.
But
it's still going.
Other than that, they were always so broken and unbalanced. I mean, Swashbuckler was an example of going completely wild with a third party book.
Swashbuckler was so stupid.
But and I'll say that. I mean, usually it's because of a setting that I go third party. It's not because it's not the mechanic books or all these extra add-ons and stuff like that. It's usually there's this awesome setting that somebody created third party, and I want to play in that setting. Then I'll go third party.
Dude, Freeport, classic Cabal Press. Freeport's amazing. Yeah, I think that's cool, Press. Is that Green Ronin? Whatever. Whoever it is, it's awesome. But no, like we all said. Oh, go ahead, man.
If they end up fixing the second edition to where Magic is playable, we may even bring back our Friday game night sessions.
I'd love to do it. Yeah, we all jump back in, man, and go.
Green Ronin would. You brought up Green Ronin. Green Ronin would be a nice one to see actually do something. I think
but they got their True 20 that they already are pretty heavy into, and they have their age system, a Adventure Gaming Engine. So I think they weren't affected by it as much anyway. Like they probably only needed to change one or two things to dodge it, but like Cabal Press was basically making third-party 5e stuff.
Oh, yeah, because Green Ronin did, that's right. They have all that.
That had True 20 that does the save, But they already, because they have a fantasy version of it, it's called True 20.
Yeah.
So they already dived out over here to where they would only need to change a little bit. But Cabal Press was going to get devastated. Cabal Press is going to get every book knocked out by that OGL.
Well, while we're talking about Wizards of the Coast and 5e, Wizards of the Coast was also in the news recently with their Magic the Gathering as they do a Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering. Bloodaxe actually pointed this one out, did some research, and yes, Lord of the Rings fans in uproar over Aragon Magic the Gathering artwork where they basically made Aragon black. And anybody who doesn't like it is a racist piece of shit, pretty much is what the consensus is.
That's hard to rant after that horrible series they made was so bad. But we did do what we did when we watched the D&D movie, when they did with Elminster, and we went and we said, hey, let's look this character up. And we didn't do that this is what he looked like in the movie. No, we looked up his lineage. We looked up the Dunedain, and
the
Dunedain were tall, pale-skinned, gray-eyed guys that were like Norwegian white.
No.
And this is his literal bloodline. And he has the gray eyes of the Dunedain, so they're definitely showing he's Dunedain lineage. Even in the book, when they describe his face, they say he was pale-faced, which is often the description of Dunedain. They were always called pale. We looked up Isildur. He was pale. Yeah. So, now, again, do I care? Lord of the Rings has been murdered for me. That's like caring about a horse that got beat to death months ago and is a skeleton.
Yeah, and what they're doing is they're taking that
but it's lazy.
They're taking the Numenorian, and because, I mean, he also had some Numenorian, I think, descent into him.
They're also described as fair-skinned.
Which is...
the Numenorians and the Dunedain
are
described
as fair-skinned. However, in a letter, author J.R. Tolkien were best pictured in, say, Egyptian terms.
Egyptians are not black. That's Netflix has literally been into that. There's a lawsuit over that.
I agree. But, I mean, but that's, people are referencing this, which is where they went sort of more of the Egyptian, sort of.
Yeah, but go back up. Look at that dude. That dude is pure friggin' African.
But the thing is the book also mentioned that he is pale-skinned. Pale-faced. Now, here's my thing. I really don't care.
They murdered this series, man.
The only reason I really brought it up is because of the accusation. Yeah. The visceral and the you're racist if you don't like this type mentality. And my thing is fans go by the source material. And so when you go too far away from the source material, fans get upset. It's not a racism thing, it's a fandom thing.
And of course they're attacking people. And here's my thing. Stop calling other people losers. You're a loser if you're attacking someone else's opinion. You know why? Because fuck you. No, fuck you.
Not your opinion.
You. No, you the person. You suck. That person's opinion may suck, but you suck. Because what kind of loser runs around attacking other people because they don't like it when you're not canon? That's normal. Now, is there people that take canon too seriously? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there people that don't take canon seriously? Yes. But they're both valid. If I read a book and it tells me that Jimbo has got red hair and freckles, and then when you put it out, there's friggin' Jimbo is played by Jet Li and Jackie Chan, it's unreasonable for me to go, well, that's weird. That doesn't make me a monster. Now, you can also go, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, you've got a valid opinion too. But you don't deserve Magic the Gathering and Lord of the Rings. No, you don't deserve to breathe. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Oh, hang on.
Well, you're
Calm
attacking
down,
people,
man.
dude. I'm tired of people getting... I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies.
Saying they don't deserve to breathe is a little much.
Okay. You don't deserve just to be heard. Shut up. Because my thing is, the only thing lamer than a person... Let me finish this. I'll get you going. Let me finish it. The only thing lamer than a person who bitches about a fictional character is somebody who bitches about the opinion of someone that don't know that's bitching about a fictional. That's like on the tree of loser. The loser that's bitching about the opinion that doesn't matter because it's about a fictional character. You're lower on the rung, buddy, because you're raging over that. I don't care. I don't actually care. I'm just telling you, stop making yourself look like an idiot by being like, oh no, you don't want Black Aragon. Oh, I hope that you never have joy in your life. And it's just like, dude, you probably wouldn't care. Why are you tripping out? Because you know what you should do to someone that has a stupid opinion? You should ignore them. Because it doesn't affect you. There is no interaction between these two people. You're making interaction. You're attacking someone else who's talking to the company. Well, guess what? They're customers. They have a right to complain as a consumer. You got a right if you're the person that buys this, that they want to buy this to go, I don't like what you did with the product. You don't have a right to judge another customer because you are neither the seller nor your customer. Plus, your broke ass ain't going to buy it anyway. Because you know what gets proven over and over? You people never buy or support anything. That's a fact. I bet you it's going to fail. And you know what? You're not going to fix it.
It's not going to probably fail. Magic the Gathering is too massive. And 90% of people who play Magic the Gathering probably have no clue about this.
Well, yeah, not Magic the Gathering. I don't think the Lord of the Rings is going to do that hot. But if it does, good too. But all I know is that every time I look at it, the people that call everybody bad names are not willing to back it up with their money. So they're just being jackasses. They're wasting everyone's time. It's like the people sitting in the dang street stopping traffic. For whatever reason. We're not even going to the reason. You know what sitting in the street to stop traffic does? Nothing. No one's going to go, well, you made me late for work. I really want to hear what you're on about. No, they're going to look at you and go, F whatever you're about. Like, I just freaking slipped. I got so angry, I said something I shouldn't have because we're against that kind of talk. True. You know, nobody should wish anyone else dies. But my point is, look how much it pissed people off. I don't even care. I don't play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And I don't care about Aragon. I don't even like Aragon as a character. My favorite character was Gimli. I thought Gimli was my boy. I liked Gimli. I liked Gandalf. You know, because Gandalf be... By the way, let's do that. We got to do that. Let me tell you something, okay? Make Gandalf black. Forget this Aragon, that lame old up there wanting him some elf girl, crybaby. Nah, man. Make Gandalf black. Because, hey, Bloodaxe. What does my boy Gandalf like to do? What's his favorite thing to do when he's chilling?
Smoking.
Smoking what? Smoking that hobbit weed. Gandalf be sitting on the porch with hobbits, getting high. You know what I'm saying? Late to every damn thing. Always the last one to show up when stuff go down. Got locked up for his boys. Got locked up for his boys. Got turned on, snitched on, locked up, broke out. And also, tell me they pimped the jump of all white. He came back clean. Didn't he? This man, who but a brother go show up in a white outfit with a white horse with a white cane? Gandalf should be black. Now, you make Gandalf black, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Gandalf with that drone in the wind. You know what I'm saying? On the back of the eagle talking about, yo, man, let's go drop this ring off. That's some bad bling, man. It's bad for you. You're going to get snatched. Throw it on there, man. Go chill. That's my boy Gandalf. Gandalf should have been black. They missed the mark. If they make Gandalf black, brothers have been all on that. You know, we've been like, yeah, Gandalf. So they didn't even make the right character black. Give me black Gandalf. That's what I want. Y'all never get it right. Nobody wants Aragon. What Aragon
last comments, Bloodaxe, before we move on to something else, because, he's going to get us so demonetized.
I can't add anything else. I think Q's already exhausted all the points of view on this one.
All right. Let's see. Next up, we have We've fallen into, I think, video games. Let me, yep.
I'm just seeing him talking. I can't help it. I just see Gandalf on the porch just like, you want to go on a trip, man? Back there and back again. Let's roll. I got a crew. Don't worry. I got a whole crew. We rolling like 10 deep. We good. You can't go to Mordor without at least 9 on your crew, man. You don't roll by yourself. He sees Gold and he's like, man, what you want to hang out with that crackhead? No, man, don't. You know you can't trust a crackhead. He gonna steal your bleed.
Ah, precious.
See? Look at it. You gonna lose a finger. Watch. He gonna lose a finger.
All righty. So, Silent Hill.
Keep going. I'm gonna try this. Give me.
So they released this trailer for the Silent Hill Ascension.
Oh, crap.
Looks beautiful. We had to go and look deeper into it because I hadn't really paid attention to this, and it seems to be
Interactive series.
one of those interactive series that these things have failed so many times, man, because of trolls.
Somebody's gonna try to kill every. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a group that goes, "Let's kill every character and see what they do."
Yeah,
because that's what they did. It was some series where you got to make decisions. I think it was even you did it in a theater and it had some kind of voting system. But I remember people would show up in groups to ruin the story, and they would just try to kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Drink the Kool-Aid, yo, punch Pyramid Head." Like, you know, somebody's gonna try to kill every character. You know that.
So I am sort of curious how this is going to go over, though. I will say, man, some of these things, I mean, they did some good CGI. I mean, it definitely looks interesting. But I mean, I'm not the guy who's going to get involved in this. So
I'd be one of the trolls. I ain't gonna lie, because I would just be like, "Yo, man, turn around, kiss him." That guy behind it, like.
But
kiss,
things like this do lead to the concept that they are trying to bring back in full swing. I mean, they're going all out to bring back Silent Hill and to get Silent Hill popular again. So
it'll be a talking point.
That definitely will be interesting to see. I mean, I would love to see some really good Silent Hill games come out. Silent Hill was always, I mean, when it comes to horror type games, Silent Hill is the one that I think was probably the best in horror.
For video games, I'd say, yeah. I mean, it really was good. I mean, it invented a mythos that if you go out there, there's so much lore on and people delving into it. And that's success. Mythos. People invest their time and energy into it. That's what you want. That's what you want. And the Silent Hill fans are definitely going to check this out. Like I said, the problem is some people are going to troll. Non-Silent Hill fans probably.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe they'll have a way to sort of, I don't know, gauge the trolling.
Or just lie about the votes. And
or just lie about it, yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest solution. Bloodaxe, I think you love horror series because I know that you feel the same way about Silent Hill as me probably because we both love Ravenloft. And nobody can't say that Silent Hill and Ravenloft have some serious similarities.
Oh, no, dude. I've implemented Silent Hill stuff in Ravenloft.
Oh, I did that, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the few genres that my wife even gets into with me. She really enjoyed the first film. I don't know if I ever saw the second one. I may have, but the whole horror madness genre has always intrigued me. Which is why when I finish this campaign next week with my gaming group, I'm going to start a Ravenloft game coming up after that. So. Be prepared for probably some fun stories when it comes to some of the weird shit they do in Ravenloft. But Silent Hill is one of those franchises that I think has a really hardcore base, but it's not a massive following. And if they can recapture some of their magic like they did early on, it could be very successful. Because it is one of those games that some people wouldn't play, but they loved watching online. But trying to get them into the actual game itself, I think, would be a win for them.
I mean, I agree. There's a lot. Run, no, man, kiss. I'm telling you, like when it's behind there, I think that they should play romantic music during that scene when the dude pops up behind it because it looks like a couple, like da 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 da. Can we save her? Somebody is going to troll. Oh, God.
No, it's
But
gonna...
here's what's sad, and I know we do this. You know we like to do conjectures. When we first saw it, we thought it was going to be like a server where everybody's got characters and they're running around Silent Hill, and decisions you made could affect like other parts. Like, let's say you trigger one of the big monsters to show up, but you flee. Well, now that monster's in this area with somebody else. So we thought it was going to be like a live horror server where multiple people are playing and things they're doing are affecting other things. Kind of like they did a little bit with Fallout Vault 76. Is that the one? Where like the nuclear strikes, remember Bloodaxe? They had the nuclear strikes. They could make an area irradiated and filled with monsters. I was thinking they might do that. And honestly, that was more interesting. Like, don't let too many people in. Like, maybe have 20 people running around a server and infect it. Like, if I take out the equivalent of Pyramid Head, then it's safe for a while. But if you do something, Fat Boy's now pissed off running around, you know what I'm saying? And, like, he may catch Bloodaxe and give him a chainsaw enema or something. And then if he kills somebody, he could go yet stronger. So I thought it was going to be... That would be an interesting concept to me.
Yeah.
Especially if it was smaller servers and you could go in with your friends and your actions affect the setting.
I mean, and how many times have we wished that Fallout 76 had their own server to where we could just go in and play together? And if they had a survival element, you know I'm going to build the biggest badass base that I possibly can, and we'll be well defended.
Oh, dude, if we had our own server, we would have been playing Fallout 76. The problem is we were trying to play the dang game, and a dude showed up with a nuke launcher. And we couldn't even see what was happening. He just started nuking everything. And we're just like, dude, we're trying to learn the game. We were doing a thing. Thank you. Could you leave? And it's like, nah, this dude attached himself to the back of me and Bloodaxe's neck. And we're just like, like, go home, man. And we could tell he was young, too, because I think we heard his voice. And we're like, oh, man, I'm sorry, but I don't want to play with a 10-year-old. All right? Like, so.
Yeah. We've had a couple of kids try to tag along with us, and it's I wouldn't want my kids playing with 40-year-old men, and so we try to keep the same thing, 20 or older. I mean, being an adult,
be an adult.
But because some of the things we talk about are not child appropriate, which is why I'm not a child appropriate.
Most of the things we talk about, all of the things we talk about. What do you do? We just played like a little while ago, man, and I mean, I'm pretty sure I called somebody several. I actually cursed you out a few times because I didn't know it was you.
Yeah?
I'm like, that's got in my way. And it's like, that's me. Oh.
That's me, bro. And then I'm trying to shoot him. Like, get out of the way, jackass. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm shooting you in the back of the head because you went out of the doorway. Yeah. No, that's...
We will curse your child out. That's what we're trying to say.
We are fluent in many of poor choices of language. I mean, heck, I mentioned earlier I smashed my finger. I think I taught Q a couple of extra words.
I thought that the devil jumped out his closet because this dude was blah, 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 and I was just like, I ran upstairs like, what? Who we going with that? What's up? Like, what? I was like, who am I punching? And he's like, I jammed my finger. I'm like, oh, that was a finger? God, no. I thought your penis got caught in the day window. But before we go, I just thought of something even better. What if you took that idea we just had, but you also did the Minecraft thing where there could be a GM that could change stuff in the server while people are playing to add to the horror? Ooh, that would be pretty cool. That'd have been nice. Because I've seen Minecraft servers where they have a Minecraft GM that's modding stuff as people move along. Imagine if you could, dude, there's some Silent Hill fans that would definitely love to have somebody that could jump in and alter things as you're playing to add to the horror. Give them a
little soundboard.
Yeah, give them a little soundboard, alter something. Yeah. I mean, imagine if you were walking through a room and when you leave a room, GM goes in, changes the whole room, and you turn around and you're like.
Add a squeak to make your attention go over there.
Yeah, you hear something. Or even worse, the people are in a group, and when they're not looking, you snatch a player, drop them somewhere else. Now, you would have scared the crap out of somebody. If I turn around and Xeno's gone, I'm going to be like, what the? And Xeno's like, where are you? And worse, they cut your mic.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Cut your mic so you go silent. Yeah, why are we better?
I mean, that would be
interactive horror. Oh.
I mean, I'll be honest, dude. Just make that a game where one person can be the storyteller, modify, and sort of like with what was that, Neverwinter Nights, that allowed for a GM.
Flynn was telling some
but
good
do
stories
that with
about that.
do that with a horror game.
Yes, that would be awesome. And they just, like I said, they can do little things to freak you out and scare the heck out of you. Have it where everybody can be in a friend zone, so you don't have that one jackass that jumps in. And we have a Dicejunkies server. Swap it out, especially if you don't know when the GM's there or not. That would be messed up. That like Bloodaxe and me could sneak in, and you'd be like, "Dude, I think there's a GM." Wait a minute, no, somebody's here because things just changed. Take over a monster starts moving differently than usual. Like, wait a minute, did Pyramid Head just peek at me around the corner and leave? Imagine that. You look at me to see, and he walks off. You'd be like, "What the?" That'd be fun. Yeah, hire us. We keep telling you, you need to hire old gamers. We know, we've been around.
And then you just make Chat GPT the GM because AIs do it better.
Well, like I said, if you had an AI that could switch out for live and back and forth, that'd be really cool.
All right.
Then you could rent the servers on a monthly fee, so there's a way to make money.
Hey, remember a week ago when we were playing Redfall together?
Yeah, we had fun. Yeah, Redfall. We've been really waiting on them to update that so that we'll have a reason to play some more.
Well, Redfall devs reportedly hoped it would be canceled or rebooted by Microsoft.
Yeah, look at that was the same face I made. I dropped my phone when you pulled that up. It was like,
yeah. So
they didn't even want it to come out. Bloodaxe.
Reportedly, like from about. They claim that about 10 different anonymous sources from within the company have reported that the game, like nobody who was people who were creating this game did not want to create it.
They did not want it to come out.
It was constant problems to the point they were just working on it in hopes that it would be canceled.
This game was never supposed to be released. I'm like, wow. And tell them what we were saying, though. We think it had the skeleton of a really good game.
No, it does. It does.
It's like P502nd edition. I saw so much potential.
But I honestly feel really sorry for the people who paid the $70 for this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. If you bought this, you got
getting it on Game Pass, I'm a little more lenient on it. I mean, I feel like it's about a $29 game. Because it's way too small to be a full $70 game. It doesn't sound like it's gonna get the support that it really needs.
Dude, I'm worried about those 2 other characters coming out people paid for. Because the way they're talking, man, because it hasn't been patched to this day since the one patch they put out. And that's rare. I mean, look at Diablo 4, which is already on like its 3rd or 4th patch.
Yeah.
And it isn't even out.
But,
whereas Redfall's been out for over a month.
The thing that the people didn't realize is Arcane Studios, while they were hoping for Microsoft to step in, Microsoft's sitting over there going, we trust you. You got this. So Microsoft did come back and go, maybe we should have a little more hands-on.
I don't know if I agree with that, though, because I've seen Blizzard and EA F stuff up so bad.
Yeah.
I like the hands-off. Here's my thing. I'm going to be straight up with you. That's a cop-out by Arcane. You shouldn't need somebody to step in and tell you how to make your games. Am I right, Bloodaxe?
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, the best example I can give you is The Last Jedi. Whenever Rian Johnson was like, well, Lucasfilm Story Group, what should I do? Do all this. Okay. And someone meddling into something that they really should be meddling in, taking away from the creativity of the director. Same thing with this. I don't think you should be hands-on. You should hire a competent team to be able to make a good game and tell a good story.
Yeah, and Microsoft doesn't make games.
It has the foundation to be a fun game. When I played with you guys last week, I had fun. Yeah. I was lost, but that's fine. I was playing with my friends. I really didn't care. But expecting someone to come in and tell you what to do, that's just blum. That's lazy.
Yeah. Well, and from what he's saying here, and if I'm reading this right, it doesn't sound like he wants to tell people what to do, because he says he wants to get in there. He says, like, when you come in, when the creative is already set on a game, every game and now if this is what he's talking about, is not coming in during the creative process. Let them come up with their creative concepts and all that stuff. Come in afterwards and help with delivery. And if
quality control.
Yeah, and quality control.
And
if that's what they're talking about, is getting in for delivery and quality control, I say both delivery and quality control.
No, you're right, delivery too.
But now that could be a smarter way for Microsoft to work, because Microsoft has the money. It also has the resources to come in. If they came in, they go, okay, you guys, you got your idea. That's great. We're going to do that.
We have a team that's going to play your game, though. They're going to play your game.
Is here to help you make sure your creative process is done. They have those resources. They can bring people in to help.
Because, dude, one thing we all said is that nobody play tested this game. It's impossible. The issues for this game started from dang near the start screen. Like, there's no way. I am adamant no one play tested this game, or if they did, they didn't say anything, because you even said it. Like, it's literally game start almost. You start running into it. Like, you start the game, man, your first guy may be T-posing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's not. It's got Bethesda beat for how quick the BS starts.
They said we should have been there for Harvey Smith, Red Claw co-creative director, and the team earlier. I think that's on us. And then through the process, it's an Unreal Engine game. We have a bunch of studios that have done some really great work on Unreal over the years, and I think we were too late to help in that when they had certain issues.
Notice that he did send a little hit out there. He goes like, well, we've had people do this. I like that he did throw that in. Like, we've had some people do Unreal, right?
Well, no, but I think that's more of a nod to we could have brought those people in.
Gotcha. But here's the thing.
Because, I mean, they're taking responsibility. I mean, he says right here, we're not washing our hands. Every game we ship from our teams is an Xbox game, so we take responsibility for it.
Now, here's my thing that scares me, though. I don't like the way this talks out, because it sounds like they're giving up on it. It's got the skeleton. Dude, we talked about the creepy moments when you're going through a house and you're hearing these sounds and you're seeing this stuff. There is a lot of potential on this game. I think that this could be the next No Man's Sky, that they can go in and fix this game. I firmly believe they can. And I hope they don't give up on it. But the way they're talking, all this apologies, you know what I'm not hearing? We're going to fix it. That's my problem. I don't hear we're going to fix it.
Well, he did say he thinks they did a better job with Starfield because they were earlier in production when Xbox acquired it, so they got in there and were able to help earlier. Now, I will be curious if this will cause us to see another delay in Starfield. I wouldn't be surprised.
To dodge this Redfield, I don't mind Redfall. I'll wait, man. I got Diablo.
I wouldn't be surprised this caused an extra delay in Starfield, because I figure they're going to go, we need to get our people in there, and we need to look at this shit before we deliver.
Zeno, it's Bethesda. It's never a bad idea to do another quality sweep. Come on, dude. I love Bethesda. But Bethesda always comes out a couple of sweeps short. like it always comes out with, like, you go, like, you should have went over that a couple more times. I don't believe there's such a thing as too many quality sweeps of a Bethesda game.
But it does sound like Microsoft isn't putting the blame on Arcane so much.
Which is why they're better than Sony. They really are trying to be the better company. Don't know if they're really doing it, but they're trying, because they could have closed the studio down. You know what they do? Because remember, it's a side Arcane studio that did this. And what happens when it happens at Sony? They close you down. They shut your whole thing down. So to me, I'm like, they're literally going, maybe we had something to do with this. The only thing I hate is I wish they would go, guys, we're going to send a team in to get this game fixed. I haven't seen that, and that's what bothers me.
I agree with you there. Like, because I want this game to be good. I like a lot of the elements in it. It feels unfinished and unpolished, though.
Yeah.
And,
but it could be, like, man, if they throw in a crafting system, I really wish there was a crafting system. And also, they need to fix one more thing that I'm surprised you haven't brought up.
What's that?
39. Level 39 to
Oh,
level 40.
God. I figured that's going to change. I really feel like that was this somebody going, nobody's going to play this
So
game to
pissed
40
off.
because this game shouldn't even be created.
The amount of XP to get the final level from 39 to 40 in the game is like almost 20 or more times the XP of every other level. It's like 460,000 in a game where you only get like 1,000 a go.
Basically, once you hit 39, the XP from 1 to 39 is what it takes to get to 40.
To get to level 39 from 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. With no special that we know of reward for getting to 40 other than just going, my God, you did that?
Get one more skill point, man.
And we think they did that as a literal FU. That like that was them almost saying stop playing. Because it's like they went to the XP and just added like 3 more zeros.
I pretty much stopped playing. So,
But and that's the only thing I hate that we did rob Bloodaxe of is that we were trying to speed level so fast he didn't get to absorb some of the atmosphere. Because like when you're solo play, but you got to be solo really for it. When you're solo in that game and you're creeping around, the game gets a nice.
I will say
atmosphere.
the balance is also way off once you get into multiplayer. Like multiplayer seems drastically too easy, even in the highest difficulty.
Dude, it even seems like the damage they do drops. Like it gets way easier on multiplayer. On the flip side, solo player at high level can be brutal.
Yeah.
But the game was fun enough for me to get into the 30s, for Zeno to try to cap the game out before he finally realized that, it was nearly impossible to do in less than a month or so of straight play. Bloodaxe got in. He was having fun, man. He was throwing C4 and had his robot, and he loves explosives and robots because he's our Moe's veteran. So he's like, wait, I got a robot and explosives? I'm like, yeah, man, we got you covered.
I mean, this right here, though, tells you a lot. And this is when many experienced developers who weren't interested in making a multiplayer game reportedly left the studio with almost 3/4 of the staff who had worked on Prey, which is really their key success. You should have. Yeah, I mean, that's a clue. That's
well, they said a lot of them didn't want to do a multiplayer. So this is a game that they did not want to make. Like, look at there. It says members found the pitch for a multiplayer arcade game confusing and felt unsure about it. So this is a literal case of them making a game they did not want to make. They literally did not want to make this game, which made me wonder why they did. They kind of should. It sounds to me like they should have shelved it or give it to another studio. Don't they normally do that? They just shift it to another studio?
And I will say, from what I understand, because I know some people who have worked for subsidiaries of not for Bethesda and not for Arcane, but other subsidiaries of them, and the pay is horrible.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, some of those are bad.
Like I've worked in hiring before, and some people who have worked there, and I was just like, you could pay what? Like, holy shit.
Well, dude, there's nothing sadder than you're working on a project and you hope it gets canceled. That's wild. You stop getting paid for that project if it gets canceled. That's when you know people don't like it. You know what I'm saying, Bloodaxe? When you're literally hoping the project that you are working on gets canceled.
Messed up.
That's like hoping that your company shuts down. That is wild.
All right, well, let's move on to the biggest topic of the week, and that's going to be Diablo 4, guys. Come on. If you paid for the Ultimate or the Ultimate Edition, you got the game 4 days early, which would have put you at 7 o'clock on Thursday.
Yes, you know the exact time.
Depending on what time zone and location you were in.
How much sleep have you had?
Not enough. But that could partially be because it's really hot in my apartment.
You were going to be up to 4 a.m. regardless. The heat saved you. It made you quit. He was like, he's sitting here sweating, going like, I got to stop.
Well, my computer puts off a lot of heat without proper cooling. I don't think it would have survived playing Diablo in a 90-degree...
Now, a big debate that we had that I won was I kept stating that they were going to patch this well before the Tuesday release. Even I thought it was going to be on Monday, but turns out they hit Diablo with a really weighty patch. Saturday or Sunday? I think Saturday or Sunday morning.
Today is
today. So it's today, but it's So today, and it was a doozy. Like they took the whole. You know what? I'll let you go into it because you played it, but from what I read,
I guess it was yesterday. So.
Stop correcting me, then, boy. Look at that.
Yeah.
You gonna learn?
Diablo 4, the patch. They did some huge nerfs. I will say I was really surprised to see some of them. We talked about the Necromancer, got some nerfs, and got some buffs as well. The Sorcerer, which is my key play.
One class that I haven't seen on anybody's top tier list.
Yeah, surprisingly not on any top tier list, still got nerfed.
It hasn't been rated above B class almost anywhere.
No,
We've checked over 11 sites.
Yeah, the one that everybody saw coming was the Barbarian. The Barbarian's spin to win was top of the line. We even looked at the the first level 100 player was a spin to win Barbarian.
Rob 2628 was the first on softcore to get to level 100. And they hit him on every level. Because they destroyed Paragon. They cut Paragon down.
Yeah.
All the Paragon glyphs got hit for nearly 60% or more. Yeah. But they gangbanged.
If you want to look more into it, he does talk about it on his YouTube channel, Rob2628. So, he's
got a good video on it, yeah.
But yeah, he got hit hard. This is the unofficial scoreboard, and if you look, I mean, first is Rob there with his Barbarian, then you have Rogue, then Sorcerer, Barbarian, Sorcerer, Rogue. You see sort of Barbarian, Sorcerer, Rogue, Barbarian, Sorcerer, Barbarian. Finally a Druid, then Sorcerer, then Druid.
16. Look, we finally showed up at Necromancer.
Oh, there's your Necromancer.
It's 16.
At 16. Higher up in the
there's one that made it
in
as well. But we didn't get the top 11 on any board.
Yeah. Now, none of the Necros have hit 100 either, so their spots could still change.
We're not even at 100 yet.
Yeah.
We can't even do it.
Let's see if it's been updated yet. No, still.
We might get pushed down.
But yeah, you there is a chance. Now, nobody's hit the 100 on the hardcore yet. 89 is the currently top.
Well, dude, it's really dangerous. It's hardcore.
yeah. No, I
mean, one unlucky hit or one laser
and
beam
you're completely off the.
Yeah, then you're off the board altogether.
Yeah.
Well, because we were looking at top 10, I said, "Where are the Necros?" And I said, "They're all dead." That's what happened on the hardcore table. They're all dead. We got one guy, and you know how many Necros died on his team to keep him alive? Like,
yeah, I mean, you got 3 Necromancers on the top 30.
Our net appearance, I think, is a total of 6 on the entire list altogether. Is it 5? No, a total of 5, which is not even as many as there are sorcerers in the top 10 or barbarians. But no, like, at least we got on there. But then everybody's on there. Nobody's not present. Like, even the druids in there. So nobody didn't get on the list. But the thing that we wanted to say is that the nerfs went for all the top builds to the point that they have accomplished. I'll devil's advocate. I'll Diablo advocate. The one thing they did do is they have wiped the meta. Like, all the meta lists have to change because they hit Whirlwind so bad, I don't know if it's playable. That's how hard they hit it. It looks like that. They definitely knocked Sorcerer down a couple more notches.
Yeah, Rob2628 said they were working on trying to find a...
Desperate. He sounds so desperate.
He did. I feel sorry for the guy. I really do. Because, I mean, one of the big things they nerfed was the in-game content. Like, they drastically dropped the potency.
Even his artifact, his main artifact got knocked down from 90 to, like, 26% damage.
But they reduced, like, the entire... Paragon board by like 50%, and the only ones they didn't knock down by 50%, they knocked down by like 66%. So,
So his whole in-game build may not function.
Yeah.
Like, he was looking at bleed when I last saw. He was like, I don't know, let's see what this bleed does. So one thing they did is they reset the meta. They definitely did that. In fact, I will admit this. Necromancer got hit the lightest with nerfs, it feels like. Because while they hit our Bone Spear build, they didn't hit it nearly as hard.
They hit the leveling, the main leveling build.
That
for
does
Necro,
suck. They hit your
which I
leveling
will
build.
say, the leveling build was powerful.
Well, I heard good things
leveling.
about for leveling.
Yeah.
But they hit your resource generation pretty hard. I
Yeah.
remember you were going, because he's got a Necro. He's like, no, not my resource generation.
Yeah. No, my getting my essence from Corpse Explosion was dropped by like 33%. So.
But hey, compared to what we've seen, 33 is not as bad as some of the 60, 50 and percent. To the point that, like, I was looking at, we were talking with Bloodaxe, and he's like, I don't know what you need to play, man. They hit the meta so hard, I have no idea what's good anymore.
Yeah. What are you planning on playing, Blood? I mean, you got
my
an
initial thought was playing a druid. Is what I wanted to play. But we'll see if I can find a playable version of the druid.
Lightning is what they want you to play. That was very clear. They tried to buff lightning. But I know you want to turn into a bear.
I can pick it up tomorrow afternoon, so I'll pick it up tomorrow afternoon, download it, get everything ready to play on Tuesday.
Oh, it's going to be out. Wait, we can. Well, huh? Wait a minute. Is it releasing tomorrow afternoon or Tuesday afternoon?
So I bought the physical copy from GameStop.
Oh yeah, you get to pick yours up early.
I can get the disc, I can download it, but I can't play it until Tuesday. But I can get it ready to play on Tuesday.
Luckily, the digital copy allowed that too. Like, I've already downloaded the game. They did a pre-download where you can just go ahead and download the whole game. So I've got it fully downloaded.
They have a counter for when you'll be able to play. So in 25 hours, 31 minutes, and 50 seconds.
That's tomorrow evening.
So yeah, tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock.
Well, they did the same thing. They
Central
did the same
time,
thing your release. They released it Thursday instead of Friday.
Yeah.
They said Friday, then they released it Thursday.
So when you get off of work tomorrow, you'll be able to play.
All right. I'm going to jump in Necro and try to do minions and see if I can pull it off. While I watch Xeno figure out how to use fire.
What was that, Blood?
Sorry.
So we can level the druid and then the necro together.
Yeah. So, Xeno, are you switching to fire? It's the only thing they didn't nerf. Oh, wait. They hit your crowd control, so even your fire is going to take a hit. I actually apologized to him when I was going over it because I did not feel that no sorcerer needed a nerf. Like, as much as I've been complaining about the minions on Necromancer, I did have a good build that people said the Bone Spear was pretty solid. I wasn't hearing people bragging about Sorcerer. And that's why I was shocked that they hit them on their best build like they did. They hit them on cooldown and lucky hit chance, which has a lot of meta. There's several items that are designed to work with lucky hit. So I was just like, ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So tomorrow you're good. So when I get off of work tomorrow, we can jump in and play together.
All right, you're gonna roll up a new guy. You're gonna try out the barbarian.
I don't know. I may try the barbarian. Yeah. I mean, if he's gonna do the druid and you're gonna do the necromancer, I might do the barbarian because I really don't feel like playing a rogue.
But they buffed your caltrops. No, wait, they nerfed your caltrops. They nerfed the rogue too, which also I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like everybody knew barbarian was going to hit, though. I didn't know they were going to freaking gut him like a fish.
We'll have to reach out to Jarek as well because he looked like he was interested in playing. So we may get a 4-man crew.
All right, there we go.
Apparently, group is the way to level.
That's how that guy won the thing.
Yeah.
He ran in a group to get to level 100. Probably because it causes dungeons to spawn a lot more enemies. Because that's usually a common thing is that when you go in an instance, the number of enemies is based. Which, since everybody gets XP for the kills, and I don't think they divide the XP, ends up with a net gain.
Yeah, probably also increases survivability because you don't have to return to your last checkpoint. You can actually be picked up.
Yeah.
So you also it's a little bit less running if you do manage to die. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. We'll have to we'll probably I'll probably stream it some so we can. We'll get some streaming going of.
So y'all, if y'all watch, y'all get to see a first level. I'm gonna attempt a minion build. So actually, that'll be a great place to come on release to see how the minion build holds up.
We'll probably jump live once we've all hit around 6th to 8th because I think you got to get to town to, and you'll probably get to town between 6 and 9.
Because I won't even have because you don't even really get your minions rolling out until you've got a few levels under your belt.
But once all 4 of us or 3 of us, whoever we get on there, get to town and get the group up, we'll see how it goes, man. You can sort of see us all struggle.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know the meta. There's some funny I like it, though. It's kind of cool that right now, none of us knows who's going to be doing the best.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you pulled your sorcerer out because of the way the levels work, we might be watching you die because you're higher level. And we're just like, dude, this sorcerer is getting spanked.
Yeah.
And then he's like, my teleport's only 3 seconds now. And it's like, oh, well, sounds like a sorcerer problem.
To kill my damage reduction, man. Look, I've got 3 ranks of glass cannon. I need my damage reduction.
Hey, you can't complain as bad. Well, you almost can, but the barbarian got his halved. Remember the 4 to 2%? So like that was one of the things the guy talked about. He said the barbarian got its damage reduction that it accumulates from one of his abilities cut in half. And I remember that the barbarian already was having big tanking issues in the demo.
Yeah.
So maybe the new meta will be when's the Death Knight coming out? They love their new classes.
Yeah.
That is one thing even I know, and I just played a little bit of Diablo 3.
I don't see Death Knight, man. The Necro already has elements of the Death Knight. That's why I don't see it. So here, reckless speculation real quick, and we'll end the show on this. 2 characters. What do you want to see or think you'll see?
Monk and Death Knight, I think, will be the first 2.
So first I want 2 you think, 2 you want.
Oh.
So
same thing.
So Monk and Death Knight.
Monk and Death Knight.
I'm expecting to see, I think, Paladin and Monk, which, honestly, I would love to see Paladin and Monk.
And you want to see Paladin and Monk.
I don't really want to see the Death Knight. I think it's too much redundancy too early in the game.
I agree, but I'm right. You're not.
Bloodaxe?
I expect the Crusader and the Witch Doctor to be the first 2 that come out.
Ooh, interesting.
So,
and you thought it wouldn't because you think the Witch Doctor's got too much in common with Necro again.
And I think they're gonna go more with the Diablo 2 character. Skip the Crusader, go with the Paladin. That's why I say Paladin because Paladin is the classic Crusader.
Now, what are your want lists? That was what you think you're going to see. Is that what you want to see as well, or if you had your choice, what would you like to see them do for the first 2? Bloodaxe.
Death Knight just sounds like a lot of fun. I really don't know because the Druid was the one that I wanted to see play, and that's the one they added in and as a core mechanic. And the only other ones I played were only Sorcerers, Necros, and the Druids. A Death Knight would be fun. But I really can't think of what I would love to play because we've already kind of got it in there. But having a fighter class that doesn't spin to win, but still uses a big-ass weapon, I'm always down for big swords.
So probably Crusader and Death Knight would be your would be your wish list?
Maybe. Or Barbarian. Those are always fun.
Well, this is your 2 next new characters, so Barbarian's already out. Well, here's one of my wild ones, too, that you absolutely said will never happen. I believe, because there's no other class that really fits that role, that they will at some point bring back the Amazon. And you say no, I think they will.
The reason I don't see them doing the Amazon is because it's a gender-specific role, and every role now has... You can play as male or female.
Nobody cares if it's a woman character, though. That isn't how that works.
It's why they went sorcerer instead of enchantress. It's why they went, they did the barbarian because the barbarian could be male or female. And barbarians can use pole arms, and spears are included in that. So, technically, you could try to do a spear-specific barbarian run that's female, and then you're basically the Amazon.
We'll see. If I had to pick a new class for them to make, I know this is counter the story concept, but they also did a necromancer. Wouldn't mind a diablerist. Like an actual guy who summons demon powers, maybe has trees related to the 9 evils. But that's a story conflict that would be hard to pull off. But it would be interesting. It would be have fear effects and other effects you could trigger. Your dots are like, sloth? Be interesting.
So new character. If they were going to come out with a completely new character.
Diablerist.
What would be a good new character? I could pull from PoE with like a dual list or...
aren't the rogues already dual weapon wielders? And a barbarian now actually dual wields.
Well, that's true, so...
if I had my real choice, but
it's
I
more
know
of a
this
finesse.
I love psychics, but they won't do that.
Oh,
Assad assist would be awesome.
So that would be neat.
I'd be able to make Savant one of my famous repeat characters across multiple settings and stories.
I hate that the sorcerer doesn't have arcane. I would have loved to have been able to play arcane. So maybe something with some more arcanist.
Yeah. An arcanist would be interesting. I don't know how well that works in the Diablo universe, because remember, I'm the newbie, but that's their concept. Sonics should be interesting, though, because you could have a damage-based, physical damage telekinetic tree. You could have a mind effect, crowd control condition tree. You could have a defensive precog tree. So, it's doable. It's doable, but it would be a new power source, and I don't think they would introduce a whole new power source to their canon story. That's why I don't think I'll see it. The Diablerist is not a new power source. While from a certain perspective, I see the conflict, at the same time, at least it fits in the lore. Because right now, it's going to be really hard to introduce a whole new power set to establish universe where you kind of combed every corner. Where would they come from? Where would you find this new power source? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, the only thing you don't have is somebody with Diablo's powers. Now, you could play a guy who's stealing their powers, maybe. I have seen that in tabletop. The guy who's found a way to tap in, but he's playing with evil, and he's got to watch out so he doesn't get taken over.
The Witch Doctor sort of played with evil a little bit.
Yeah, it did. So,
you have a necromancer, so that's sort of playing with evil.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're keeping the order. Blah blah blah. Bullcrap.
But I'm still going Paladin, dude. I think Paladin is gonna be
returning.
I
say Amazon beats Paladin back. Ha!
All right,
I challenge you. Amazon beats Paladin back.
I bet.
Now,
what you want to bet? What you want to wait? What do you want? What do you want to bet on this? Paladin versus
loser deletes their main character. No, kidding. That's too.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
it'll hurt you more than me. That's why I was like, that's wrong.
You made me clench and turtle up on that one, man. Oh.
You know what? Cruatai, Beal.
All right.
Pick up the Cruatai
There
tab.
You go.
That's our really good tab place we have down here. So, yeah, pick up the tab, man. No lobster. Don't.
Make sure I'm there when that happens.
I can't feed you, too. Wait. Then you're going to have to put in a wager. Okay, wait. You can if you put in a wager. Who do you think is going to be the first returning class?
Druid. The Witch Doctor.
All right, so we got Witch Doctor, Amazon. Dang it, he picked a pretty. That doesn't feel fair because that's one that's like. That's for Diablo 3. At least with Diablo 2.
No, but I'm fine with that. I take that bet.
All right, we'll take that. We'll let you have Witch Doctor.
I think Paladin will beat Witch Doctor.
Crusader
now,
will beat
chances
Paladin.
are. No, that's an issue because Crusader was so close to Paladin.
But it's not. But dude, I've got it worse. I'm picking a class that hasn't existed since the second game. I'm picking way out there, so I don't know what you compare about.
Paladin ain't existed since the second game.
True. Oh, screw it, man. We don't get to treat the Bloodaxe often. Let's just go stick with it.
We'll do that. I'm rooting for the Pally. I'm rooting for the Pally. Well,
Amazon.
Because here's why. Because they're focusing so much on group play, and the Paladin had a lot of auras and group buffs.
I know the only reason I'm not scared of Paladin is because I think they're going to stick with Crusader. I'm just really confident they're going to go Crusader.
I think they want to pull some of that D2 because there's still people out there who refuse to play D3 and are playing D2 instead. And
that's the only reason I'm willing to hedge on Amazon. Because if you want one that no one's got to play for a really long time and there's not anything even close, because there isn't, dude. That spear throw build is not on even the Barbarian, to my knowledge. That was very unique to Amazon Play. So I believe that would be the one character that wouldn't be like the Crusader,
like I said,
just a palette swap of the Paladin.
We got the bet. We got the place, the odds. So we'll do it. And with that, we're gonna wrap up the show. And
I got a bad feeling. I think we're gonna get screwed over.
I mean, dude, like you said, we need to bring Bloodaxe to Cruatai anyway, because I mean it was a good place to eat. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com where you can find links everywhere we are online, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. As every week,
we hope you enjoy.